had no idea that National Bookstore and Mercury Drugstore had such an incredible origin story. And I think you're gonna like this because it's a legit rag to riches story. So our main characters are Mariano Ke and Socorro Ramos. Did you know that they started in World War II when Japanese were here? And at that time, if you recall that period, doing business is not a smart move. But how did they navigate World War II during Japanese occupation and be the most iconic brand in the Philippines? Hi, I'm Michelle Navalesca of Class 1A and this is Brand Origins.
Let's start with Mercury Drug. Mercury Drug is a dominant pharmaceutical chain in the Philippines, which holds a significant market share of approximately 50 to 62%. Mercury Drug is recognized not only for its market position but also for being the preferred choice for consumers seeking authentic medication. The brand's foundation is rooted in trust, which has been a pivotal factor in its success since its inception. The founding of Mercury Drug. Mariano Ke, the founder of Mercury Drug, was born in 1921 and faced significant hardships, including being orphaned and lacking educational opportunities. His early experience working in a drugstore in Manila provided him with the insights into the pharmaceutical needs of the community and the types of medication that were in demand. During his time in the drugstore, he became familiar with the sulfa drugs, the one they called the miracle drug. Developed in 1930s, which were revolutionary in treating various ailments and had a profound impact during World War II. After World War II, there was a surge in demand for medicines, particularly sulfa drugs, as supplies have become scarce during the Japanese occupation. Among sulfa drugs, sulfathiazole is the most suited since it is considered a go-to cure-all type of drug. Mariano Ke recognized the opportunity to meet the needs of the community by selling medicines, starting with a small inventory he could afford. His initial sales strategy involved buying medicines at wholesale prices and selling them individually, a common practice among many Filipinos at that time, or what we commonly known as tingi-tingi. He took 100 from his savings and buy a bottle of sulfathiazole, and he would sell them individually at higher price. This strategy is incredibly slow, but with consistency, it can gain momentum. Eventually, he was able to save up money to invest in a pushcart and started to sell other types of medicine. Building a reputable brand. Mariano Ke differentiated Mercury Drug from its competitors by maintaining high standards of quality and customer service, which was lacking in many other sellers during that era. Since drug market was still heavily unregulated, many sellers would sell fake drugs. Some are even expired. It is harmful rather than helpful, and sell them at ridiculously high prices. He focused on ensuring that his products were fresh, fairly priced, and authentic, which helped build a strong reputation for the brand. It was a simple change, but this goodwill was the invaluable asset that other competitors will have difficulty in duplicating. The initial success of his pushcart operation laid the groundwork for the establishment of the first official Mercury drugstore in 1945 in Bangbang, Manila. Mercury Drug began expanding its operation in the late 1940s, introducing delivery services and extending store hours to accommodate customer needs. They opened 17 hours a day, 7 days a week, then improved to 24 hours. By the 1960s, Mercury Drug had opened several locations, including the first self-service drugstore in the Philippines, which marked a significant innovation in the retail pharmacy sector. To support its growth, Mercury Drug invested in technology and infrastructure including temperature-controlled warehouses and biological refrigerators, ensuring product quality across all nations. In 1970, Mercury Drug acquired the Medical Center Drug Corporation, marking its entry into the distribution of pharmaceutical equipment and supplies. This acquisition allowed Mercury Drug to expand its services and solidify its position in the healthcare supply chain. The company also ventured into other business areas, including convenience stores and fast food, to enhance its market presence. Mercury Drug remains a dominant player in the Philippine pharmaceutical market. As the company looks to the future, it aims to maintain its leadership position while continuing to innovate and serve the community effectively.
Let's now proceed to Socorro Ramos.
The story of National Bookstore begins with Socorro Ramos, or Nanay Coring as she is commonly known, who was initially involved in peeling paper off old cigarettes to reuse them, earning a meager 5 cents per pack. National Bookstore's inception is linked to World War II, during the Japanese occupation when selling books was not feasible due to censorship, prompting Ramos to adopt her business strategy. Ramos' journey is characterized by resilience, as she faced numerous setbacks yet remained determined to succeed, showcasing her tenacity throughout her life. Born in 1923 in Santa Cruz, Laguna, Socorro came from a poor family with 6 siblings, and her family operated a small market stall selling various goods. The family's financial struggles were exacerbated by uncollected debts from customers, leading to the eventual closure of their store, which left a lasting impact on Socorro regarding credit and financial responsibility. Following the store's closure, the family moved to Manila where her sisters found work at a gum factory, and Socorro took on various jobs to support her family from a young age. Socorro began working at a young age, taking on roles such as sewing buttons and waitressing, which helped her gain valuable experience in the workforce. One notable job involved peeling paper off old cigarettes, which she managed efficiently by delegating tasks to other children, demonstrating her entrepreneurial spirit early on. After finishing high school, Socorro started working at a bookstore owned by her brother-in-laws where she met Jose Ramos, who would later become her husband. Socorro's brother married into the Ramos family, leading her to work at Goodwill Bookstore, where she developed a close relationship with Jose Ramos, who was significantly older than her. Despite her family's disapproval of their relationship, Socorro remained determined to be with Jose, even after being sent back to the province to keep them apart. In 1940, Socorro and Jose got married, resulting in a temporary isolation from her family until the birth of her twins. After marrying, Socorro and Jose decided to open their own bookstore, starting with a small capital of approximately 211 pesos, a significant amount at that time. The name National Bookstore was inspired by Socorro's previous experience as a sales girl, recalling the word national from the cash registers she had seen. The timing of their bookstore launch coincided with the Japanese invasion of the Philippines, presenting numerous challenges due to strict censorship on book sales. With censorship making book sales impractical, Socorro pivoted to selling other necessary items including school supplies and candies, adapting her business model to the wartime economy. She capitalized on the demand for sleepers among Japanese soldiers, which led to a successful venture that saw her store crowded with customers. Socorro's keen observation of market needs allowed her to expand her offerings to include cigarettes and other goods, proving her resourcefulness as a businesswoman. After the war ended, Socorro faced new challenges, including the destruction of her store during the Battle of Manila and subsequent typhoons that devastated her inventory. Despite these setbacks, she rebuilt her business multiple times and continued to grow National Bookstore, demonstrating her unwavering dedication to her entrepreneurial vision. As the business expanded, Socorro managed her family life, raising her children while overseeing the operations of National Bookstore. In 1950s, Socorro recognized the potential in the greeting card market and began creating cards that showcase Philippine culture, which became highly successful. Her innovative approach led to a partnership with Hallmark, where she secured a licensing deal that significantly boosted the visibility and sales of National Bookstore's greeting cards. This deal marked a turning point for National Bookstore, allowing it to expand further and establish itself as a key player in the retail market. While National Bookstore has amassed remarkable success, it always aspires to give back. With over 220 branches, 4,000 employees, and 1.5 million customers a week, the business continues to root itself in humility and goodness. Through avenues such as the National Bookstores Foundation, the bookstore engages with impoverished communities to provide its poorest schools with libraries and supplies. As Nanay Kuring has always said, happiness is helping people.
This is my reflection on both entrepreneurs and what I've learned from them. They both navigated through significant historical events while building their business. They both become a symbol of resilience and entrepreneurship. Who they are today is the fruit of their hard work, commitment, and solid reputation, focusing on quality, customer service, and community engagement. Lastly, what I admire the most is how they adapt to different challenges in front of them, thrive, focus, and eventually succeed. Truly an inspiring inspiration for me that I can adapt to my future business venture. Kudos to Mariano Ke and Socorro Ramos for their commitment serving the Filipino people. Thank you for watching.